what are your roots? And if you do not pay attention to where you come from and who you are, the chances are you will not strive to succeed. Number two, this exercise has taught us also, is like every human being wants to succeed. Nobody wants to fail. Everybody wants to succeed. But unfortunately, very few of us are willing to do what it takes to succeed. It's very sweet to say I want to become a doctor. It's very sweet to say I want to become a lawyer. Very sweet to say I want to become a feminist and journalist. But are you really doing what it takes to become that journalist? Are you really doing what it takes to become that doctor? Are you really doing what it takes to become that engineer? It's okay to say it. Everybody can say it. If it was that easy, everybody would be an engineer today. If it was that easy, everybody will be a lawyer today. If it was that easy, everybody will be a lecturer today. But it's only when you accept that to become someone important in life, there's a price I must pay. I must pay the price. And the price of success is hard work. The hard way, the only way. There is no substitute for hard work. They say where there is success, there is always hard work. I've never seen anybody in life who has become a lawyer without hard work. I've never seen anyone in my life who has become a teacher without hard work. I've never seen anyone in my life who is a lecturer without hard work. Every successful person had to go the hard way, because the hard way is the only way. But they say, if you want to make that which is hard become easy, the formula is very simple. And the formula is from the word hard itself. For example, they say, if you want things to be easy, if you want what you're doing to be easy, make it your habit. When you do it every day, one day it becomes easy. For example, if you learn to speak English, if you want to be a good English speaker, if you speak English every day, one day it becomes like your mother tongue, isn't it? Practice makes improvement. If mathematics is challenging for you, but if you practice every day, one day you become an expert. They say everybody who is an expert today was one time a learner. Nobody came from heaven as a doctor. No. Nobody was born a nurse. Nobody was born a teacher. People had to do certain things for them to become who they become in life. So very important to understand that if you make something your habit, that's why they say success is not a destination. Success is a habituation. That means the little things you do every day ultimately makes you either successful or makes you a failure. For example, if you choose to be quiet in class every day and only read your book, definitely passing becomes easy for you. But if you're a noise maker and a joker in class, the chances of you passing are very minimal. And that's why they say we become what we do every day. If what you do every day are destructive things, you distract your life. If what you do every day are things that are very constructive, you become a constructivist in your life. That means you live a very constructive life. You get my point? And that's why they also say it's only dogs that cannot become bosses, but human beings can become anything because we have choices to make. We can become anything we want to become in life. The only condition is you must do what it takes to become that particular person. That's the only thing. So whatever is hard can become easy. Believe me, when you see somebody on the stage singing, that person was not born a singer. When you see somebody in the field playing netball or basketball, that person was not born that way. When you see somebody giving a good lecture, that person was not born that way. When you see a medical doctor or performing an operation on a patient, that person was not born that way. That person had to do certain things, and ultimately he became who he became. So what is easy, what is hard becomes easy if you make that your habit. And that's why they say, if you're not happy with who you are today, change what you do and tomorrow you'll become a different person. If you're not happy with who you are today, change what you do and tomorrow you'll become a very different person. Change what you do today, and tomorrow things will be completely different. You have to be the change for other things to change around you. If you want to be good, and you want good things, then change and become good, and good things will come your way. If you want to become better, do what is better, and you become better. If you want to become the best, do what is the best, and you become the best. So it's about choices that we make. Hard becomes easy if you are ambitious. You know being ambitious? Ambitious. Being ambitious means you are thinking big, you're thinking great. No, thinking big and thinking great means you want to do things that people will never believe you can do. You know what I mean? You were born a baby, you've grown up to become a surgeon. And you don't just want to become a surgeon, you want to become a world-class surgeon. You were born a baby, you've grown up, you've become a journalist, not just a local journalist, but an international, reputable journalist. You were born a baby, but you have become a great lawyer, a very reputable lawyer. You've done something, now you are a different person. You have to be the change that you want to see in your life. Therefore, if you are today getting poor grades, that means there's something you're not doing right. If you want to get better grades, leave that which you're doing now, do things differently, and your grades will also change and they will become better. So that ambition, the challenge is not that we cannot get big things in life. The challenge that most of us have is that we become so satisfied with very little things that comes our way. We don't want to stretch very hard. We don't want to push very hard. We don't want to do things that are beyond our ability. We are always limiting our challenges instead of challenging our limitation. You know what I mean? When I was growing up as a small boy, I used to tell my mom, who was completely illiterate, that for me, kusoma zisomeke, not just kusoma. You know, there is kusoma, but kuna kusoma zikasomeka. You know what I mean? Yes. And she used to laugh because she could never see that happen. Putting into consideration that we came from a background that was very poor, she never saw that somebody could go that way. And when I left to go to Nigeria, and she told me, when are you coming back? I said, I will only come back if I achieve what I want to achieve in life. What I could not achieve here, I must achieve there. So I did my first degree there. I did my second degree there. When I came back, I left here when I was about 19 years old. I came back when I was 27 years old.
Oh.
But when I came back, I was no longer the boy my mother knew. No. I was now a different person, isn't it? Even the name, by the way, changed. Completely. My real name is not Mujahid. That's my father's name. But because of my certificates, you know, you write your surname, then the other names come. So Mujahid, 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 you know, and like that. So sometimes it's that thing which you want so badly that ultimately you get. There's nothing impossible in life. Everything is possible. And then what is interesting is, then she told me, now are you through with your studies? I told her, no, I'm not through with my study. I am still studying. What more do you want? You know what I mean? When people are not learned, they're not educated, they don't understand why you're always with books and you're always studying and you're already working. So I went for the third degree and I got a PhD, and now I told her, now I think I have achieved what I want to achieve. So why am I telling you this thing? I'm telling you this thing so that you become ambitious. Becoming ambitious is if you truly want to become who you want to become, don't allow anything to stand between you and that thing which you want to become. What you focus your mind in, every day becomes your life. They say you become what you think most of the time. All of us are products of the things that goes in our minds every time. Every time. So if every time you're thinking of becoming a medical doctor, you know, and that's why they say a dream are not those things you see when you're sleeping. That's not a dream. A dream is those things which will stop you from sleeping, because you cannot wait to become that person. You cannot wait to become that lawyer. You cannot wait to become that medical doctor. You cannot wait to become that journalist. You cannot wait to become that lecturer. You cannot wait to become famous. You cannot wait to become, influencer in life. You cannot wait to live that life of comfort. You cannot wait to get security of your life. You cannot wait to live life of lesser trafficking. You cannot wait, to reach that maximum of your ability in life. So what is hard becomes easy if you are ambitious. That means you'll never get tired of lifting the heavy weight if your ambition is to develop a lot of muscles. You get my point? Sometimes I ask myself, when do women get the patience? You know those people who will play rasta? How long do you think it takes? Almost a full day, isn't it? When you go in the morning until in the evening. Why are they that patient from morning? Why? Because they know at the end of the day, when that thing is completed, they will look nice, isn't it? So their ambition is to look nice. Their ambition is to become beautiful. Okay? Let me ask you a question. Why do women, if there is a wedding, and I'm sure you see it in your homes, the culture of the women is that they will apply very funny things on their faces, you know what I mean? Egg, liwa, whatever. And then they do pico and they do that, and some of it smells bad, some of it is very irritating, but they're patient. Why? Because they know what the product is, isn't it? Yeah. And that's why Stephen Covey says, always think with the end in mind. So when you are in school, and you are eating githeri, you're waking up very early in the morning, you're sleeping late, and you're doing this, and there is mathematics, and there is physics, and there is chemistry, but you're still patient because you know at the end of the day, all these difficulties will bring ease. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, إِنَّمَا الْأُسْرِ يُسْرًا. What is hard is what brings ease at the end of it all. What you think is hard today in life will make your life interesting tomorrow. What you think is complicated today is what is going to make you important tomorrow. People don't become important for doing simple things. People become important for doing hard things. It's only when you do what other people cannot do, that's when you become important. But when you do what everybody else does, you are just an ordinary person. And that's why they say for you to be an extraordinary person, you must add ordinary plus extra. That means you must be doing things more than what everybody is doing. If you want more, you have to give more. If you want to get better results than everybody else, when others are sleeping, you are reading. When others are playing, you are reading. When others are doing other things. I remember when I was in school, today, if you put me in the football pitch, I don't even know how the ball is kicked, by the way. I don't know. Because when I was in school, I was not playing football. I was not doing anything. My work was to read, because my interest was one day to become somebody special. And the ball had no chance of making me that special person. But the book had all the opportunities for me to become that special person. You get my point? And therefore, what you give attention to satisfy your intentions. What you give attention to satisfy your intentions. What you give your time becomes easy for you to do. What you are out to achieve, you will always achieve. It is nothing. They say the word impossible, if broken down, reads I am possible. It's a process that ultimately makes everything easy for you. What is hard becomes easy also if you are realistic in life. Being realistic in life is, today, you people are very young. You are a daughter of somebody. You have a father, you have a mother, or you have a guardian, or you have somebody who is supporting you, who is helping you. Even when you make a mistake today, people will say it's because she's young, she's a small girl, she doesn't know anything, she's still learning, she's still understanding, and everybody will give an excuse because you're still young. But the reality is, you will never be young forever. One day, whether you like it or not, nobody has a license to live in this world forever. Your parents will definitely one day say goodbye to you. Whether you like it or not, you will not be a girl. You'll get married one day. You'll have your own children. You have no choice but to become a mother. That is the nature of things in life. Whether you like it or not, one day you'll have to stand on your own. You'll have a husband. You have to stand on your own. Now, if you don't think about that now, You wait until it happens. In most cases, life becomes very hard for you. But if you start thinking, look, now I am at least comfortable. At least there's somebody who's giving me a bed to sleep in. Someone is giving me food to eat. Someone is giving me clothes to wear. So I need to use what I have now to get what I want later. But if you waste what you have now, you will get nothing of importance later. People who don't take advantage of being young and use that young age to do the right things when they become old, life becomes very hard. From Form 4, people either go to Nairobi University, or they go One University, or they go Oxford University, or King Saud University, or they go to a university called Life University. Now, Life University is that university which, because you did not prepare, now it is ready to teach you the hard way. So you must be realistic. If you want those things which are hard to become easy, you must be realistic. And the reality also is, for now, maybe before it was okay, our mothers were not educated, some of our fathers were not educated, and they could still live. But now, it's not possible anymore because everybody is getting educated. So if you are not educated yourself, don't think other people are also not educated. No, in this country, 70% of the population are young people. Like this year, Kenya will have 790-something thousand for candidates. You know what I mean? Those are many, many people. You know what I mean? So if you are wasting your time, somebody else is using their time very well. If you are busy failing yourself, somebody is struggling to pass. If you are busy wasting your life, somebody is building their life. So now in future, those who will be higher are those who prepared for life. And those who will be lower are those who wasted their life. That's why they say the upper hand is stronger than the lower hand. Those who have knowledge will never, never, ever be the same as those who do not have knowledge. Those who have knowledge will rule those who don't have knowledge. Those who have knowledge will send those who don't have knowledge. Those who have knowledge will lead those who don't have knowledge. Those who have knowledge will oppress those who don't have knowledge. Those who have knowledge will even take the properties of those who don't have knowledge. And I'm sure you can see what's happening in Kenya today, isn't it? Yes. Some of us, we come from areas where every day there are challenges and problems of security, problems of people losing their land, problem of people losing their properties because somebody else has gone to change some title deed somewhere, and you, because you are illiterate, you didn't know, and somebody has taken your business, somebody has taken your house, somebody has taken your land. You are the boss, you employ somebody who is more knowledgeable than you as an accountant, he takes all your money, and one day you go to the bank and you're told you're bankrupt. You know, the person who you employed to be your lawyer today, tomorrow, changes all the papers, and before you realize the company does not belong to you anymore, it belongs to him, because you are not knowledgeable, he is knowledgeable. So what is hard becomes easy if you will always be realistic. Another bitter reality is, as our sister mentioned, our parents are really struggling. 100,000 you're paying here in Mukura is not small money. Multiply it by 4 years, it's 400,000. Add the pocket monies and the uniform and the books, it's almost 500,000. Now imagine you have spent 500,000 of your father's money or your mother's money, and what you're taking home is a deed. Just imagine that. That you were in a boarding school, you spent 500,000 in 4 years, and you are taking home a deed for a dog. Now that's a reality. Of course, people will be very disappointed with you. People will be very angry with you. People will be very, hurt by you. And at the end of the day, even if they cannot do anything to you, but inside, then they are really boiling. Look at this girl. She wasted our resources. She wasted everything. Now she's here at home. There is nothing she can do. Maybe you were the only hope for that family. You were the only hope for that family. Maybe that family thought one day they'll have a medical doctor through you. Maybe that family thought one day they'll have a lawyer, which is you. Maybe if that family one day thought we are living with a lot of poverty. Maybe when my daughter finishes and go to university and she become a lecturer, this poverty will be over. Now instead of you bringing relief, you're bringing more burden. Because when you fail, you don't go anywhere. So 4 years, people were thinking, relief is coming, ease is coming, ease is coming. When Fatima completes her studies, everything will be fine in this family. When Zainab completes her study, everything will be fine in this family. When Mariam completes her study, everything will be fine. And then you, instead of looking at that from a realistic perspective, you waste your time and you go home with a deal. Instead of being an asset to that family, you become even a bigger burden. You become a liability. So sometimes you have to take time to think and become realistic. I mean, even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, فَبِأَيِّ عَلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. You people, don't you even think of the favor Allah is doing unto you? Don't you think? Allah has given you everything, and He's only asking you to worship Him. What's wrong with you? Why can't you do it? Now imagine the same thing your parent, or your sick mother, or your poor mother, or your poor father, who is running hector looking for money to pay your school fees, and then at the end of the day, what you take to him is another big failure, is another big burden. So it becomes easy when you were working. I was telling the boys the other day, one reason that made me work very, 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 very hard, I can tell you I worked hard, really hard. You're talking about boarding school. This is not a boarding school. We went to Mama Memorial High School in Gola, where there was no electricity and no tap water. So many mosquitoes. Everything, problem. No cup of tea. You have to drink porridge in the morning. The githeri, forget about it. You have to close your eyes to eat it because there are those weevils and weevils. They're swimming on that whatever. And if you look at it, you'll not eat. So you say, Bismillah, as if you're eating medicine, so that you don't die. You know what I mean? And then it's not easy. Imagine staying away from your parents for 7 good years without seeing your parents because you're studying. You cannot afford an air ticket to come and see them, and you want to finish your studies. So the hard work at the end of the day. But that hard work becomes easy because I knew after that struggle, my life will change completely. My family life will change completely. My mom will be a queen, even if she doesn't have a kingdom to rule. You know what I mean? Yes. And believe me, when I finished my studies, everybody in my family now is getting serious with education. You know what I mean? Everybody is becoming a graduate. So sometimes when you work hard and you become that icon in your family, that because you are the medical doctor in the family, you are the lawyer in the family, you are the teacher in the family. Now those who are younger than you, have a role model to see and follow. And also, fees will not be a problem, isn't it? Because you're there now, you're working now, you're earning now. So whoever wants to go to school, you will be more than willing to support and support and support and support. At the end of the day, because of you, your entire family has now become educated. Because of you, that stinking thing called poverty, that ugly thing that is called poverty, that hurting thing that is called poverty is no longer there because of you. So sometimes you have to be very realistic that if I work very hard and I become a lawyer, if I work very hard and become an engineer, if I work very hard and become a teacher, if I work very hard and become a lecturer, what is this going to do to me? And what is it going to do to my family? Sometimes, and I'm sure even you have witnessed this, parents are very proud if their daughters have done very well. And they don't wait for you to ask them. Sometimes you are invited in a family for a dinner. And before you ask anything, by the way, do you know I have a daughter who is a lawyer? You've never asked, isn't it? By the way, Dr. Mujahid, do you know one of my daughter these days working in the hospital? She's a medical doctor, she's a pediatrician. By the way, my daughter these days is teaching maths chemistry in Aga Khan High School. You've never asked, but because of the pride, isn't it? Because of the pride. Sometimes I go, and you, I'm sure also you attend with it. What happens if the baby Arusi is also a doctor? When they are waiting for the baby Arusi to come, isn't it in the hall? Now, when the Bibi Harusi is entering, she's not only a Bibi Harusi, she's also a pharmacist. She's not only a Bibi Harusi, she's also a pediatrician. She's not only a Bibi Harusi, she's also a gynecologist. She's not only a Bwana Harusi, he is also an engineer. He's not only a Bwana Harusi, he's also a professor. He's not only a Bwana Harusi. So it's like that everybody wants to turn and see who is this Bwana Harusi, and he's also an engineer. And I'm sure you have heard this. When women are gossiping a little bit, then they say, you only want an engineer. You only want a daktari. Na mke wake pia ni daktari. Subhanallah. You know what I mean? So the honor becomes double honor, isn't it? Don't you feel you want to have that honor? Don't you feel it's very interesting? You know what I mean? Yes. And for example, when there is a gathering, like there is a funeral, or there is anything in our communities, and you are a medical doctor, you are in your hijab, what happens when you enter? Everybody turns. You know, she's a doctor. Haven't you seen that? Yeah. So sometimes you have to be realistic. Nothing compared to education. Nothing compared to education. So when you have an opportunity to get the education, you have to struggle and get it fully. So what is hard becomes easy when you are very realistic. What is hard becomes easy if you have good relationships. You know, many people fail not because they are stupid. They fail because they have stupid friends. Wallah. Many people don't fail in life because they are themselves stupid. They fail in life because they have stupid friends. And unfortunately, all of us, because of the media and technology and the Facebook and the fitna book these days, we are busy struggling to make other people like us, isn't it? When you see on your Instagram likes, isn't it? If you don't see anybody liking you, you become very sad, isn't it? Yeah, everybody is selfie, posting. You know, and when you get people say, hey, you look good, you look nice, you feel very great, isn't it? Is that we are in the business of making other people like us. You know, and then in the end you forget yourself. So you are busy working hard to make your friends, impress your friend, upon your friend to like you, and then you are destroying your own self. So sometimes you have to build good relationships. If you're not good in maths, look for a friend who's good in maths to help you understand mathematics. If you're not good in English, look for a friend who is good in English to help you understand English. If you're not good, don't just take a friend for the sake of taking a friend. Don't. Friendships are meant to, they say in life, don't do anything unless that thing, one, is making you happy. Two, which is the most important, it's adding value on you. If it doesn't, then it becomes really a problem. So, the last thing I want to share with you today is in life, everybody has a purpose, isn't it? They say the purpose of living is living a purposeful life. Now, the word purpose means P, you must have a plan of action. 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 If you want something, you must plan how to get it. You must have a plan of action. They say when you fail to plan, you have planned to fail. So if you want an A, if you want to become a doctor, if you want to become a lawyer, if you want to become a surgeon, then have a plan on how you can become that lawyer, on how you can become that surgeon. They say a goal or a dream without a plan is a mere wish, is not a dream at all. A goal becomes a goal when you have a plan for achieving it. So when you say this is my purpose, you are saying I have a plan to become better in life. You in the word purpose, it says, when you say this is my purpose, it means you are understanding what it takes to actualize your plan. You understand what it takes to actualize your plan. You understand what it takes to actualize your plan. That means you know what to do. You know what to do. And you do what is good for you. At the end of the day, if you want to go to Mombasa, follow the route to go to Mombasa. Don't follow the route to go to Lamu. You can't go to say I'm going to Mombasa and then you're following the route to go to Lamu. You are busy saying I want to become a medical doctor and then you're getting an E in maths and E in biology. You must be crazy. You know what I mean? You want to become a journalist and then you're getting an E in English. You must be stupid. You cannot become a journalist without English. Are you getting what I'm saying? So you have to mean what you say, and you have to say what you mean. And then your purpose means building relationships that you need to make your dream become true. Building relationships that you need to make your dream become true. That is your purpose. Building relationships that you need to make your dream become true. And then the next P in the word purpose is perspiration. Perspiration, that means you're willing to sweat for what you want. They say inspiration plus perspiration takes you to your destination. Inspiration plus perspiration. You're willing to sweat. You're willing to sweat. You're struggling. You're losing your fear, for the failure. And you are increasing your desire to succeed. You'll ultimately succeed. Or, in the word purpose means, your purpose, when you say this is my purpose, it means it's your objective. It is what you want to see happening at the end. At the end of your studies, this is what you want to see happening. Is your objective. And that's why they say, without objective, life becomes meaningless. Meaningless completely. You have to know where you're going. Go up to where you can reach, and then you'll be able to see further. Go up to the end of the way, don't go halfway. You must go until you reach where you want to reach. Struggle until you become the person you want to become. It's interesting. It's very satisfying. And then S, what you need to sacrifice today for the sake of tomorrow. If you say this is my purpose, means you know what to sacrifice today for the sake of tomorrow. Sometimes you have to give that which you love so much for that which you want so badly. You have to give up your sleep today to enjoy the sleep tomorrow. If you give up your sleep today and you get a good job, you can take a leave and sleep a longer time later. But if you sleep too much today, I can tell you later you will not get sleep at all. Because you don't know what your children will eat in the morning. Will you sleep? No. Your mother is sick in the house and you don't have money to take her to hospital. Will you sleep? No. So if you sleep in school, you will never sleep out there in life because you have more problems. Because you don't have income, you don't have security, you don't have support. And that's very interesting. And then E in the word purpose is getting enlightened. Getting enlightenment. Getting enlightenment. That means you want to struggle and ultimately you want to be making sure you want to live. So what is the strategy? The strategy is easy. And I'll go very fast because of the time. Number one, from today, commit yourself to growth. Commit yourself to growth. From today, commit yourself to growth. Don't become stagnant in your performance. Commit yourself to growth. My dear girls, don't allow yourself to get the same grade on 2 consecutive exams. You must always increase, even if it's just 1 mark. Don't go backward, always move forward. It's a military strategy. You have to move forward, no matter how difficult things are in front of you, but don't go backward. So commit yourself to growth. Number 2, work on your negative traits. Work on your weaknesses and take advantage of your strength. Work on your weaknesses and take advantage of your strength. Number 3, identify your ideal self. Sometimes when you stand in front of a mirror, what do you see? A failure? Or do you see someone who's successful? If you stand in front of a mirror, what kind of a person do you see? Do you see a future lawyer? Do you see a future doctor? Or do you see Mama Chilia? You know what I mean? Yes. Who do you see when you stand in front of a mirror? Do you see someone who's going to be successful in the future or someone who's a failure? So search for your ideal self. Who do you truly want to become? What kind of a person, if you become, will make you a very happy person? What is your ideal self? How do you really want to look like? What kind of an image do you want to have in your future? And then number 4, find a role model. Always find a role model. If you want to become a doctor, attach yourself to a medical doctor. If you want to become a lawyer, look for a lawyer. Become a friend of that lawyer. Learn what he did, what she did to become a lawyer. Find a role model. If you want to become a news anchor, look for a news anchor. Establish a relationship. Look for a role model. Because when you admire someone, then you will desire to become like that person, and finally you acquire that status of that particular person. So admire, desire, and then you will acquire. But if you don't have a role model, then you have no one to imitate. And the rule of success is observation, imitation, and repetition, and habituation. Number 5, also aspire to become a role model yourself. I am sure some of you have small sisters, you have small brothers, and one day you will also become mothers. What kind of a mother will you be if you are a failure? If you fail in school now, what answer will you give to your daughter when she asks you of your Form 4 result, and you know you got an E in maths, you got an E in English? What will you tell her? What will you tell your son if you become a mother and you are a failure in school, and your son is asking you, Mom, what did you get yourself in biology when you were in school? And then you failed that biology. So sometimes you really have to struggle also for you to become a role model, because you're not going to be a baby for a long time. Then number 6, be a better child to your parents. Be the apple of the eye of your mom, the music of the ear of your dad, and the promise of the future of your family, and the conformation of nature of everyone around you. And at the end of the day, don't allow for your child to get a puncture, because life is full of rupture. And if you don't take care, people will one day end up taking you, and you will never capture. And at the end of the day, you will suffer from nature. And before you realize, you know what? There will be no structure that will support you. And before you realize, what will happen to you? You cannot be assisted even with acupuncture. And what will happen to you at the end of the day? What happened to you? You will have no culture. Okay? So it's very important for us to understand. Be a better child to your parents. Then be a better friend to your friends. You know, now here you are good friends, as you know, you are all in Form 3. But after Form 4, believe me, you will not even remember each other. Most of the time you forget each other very easily. Now if you're a doctor, your friends will be doctors, isn't it? Will you look for a sweeper to become your friend? No. If you're a lawyer, will you look for a toilet cleaner to become your friend? No. You know, if you are a pilot, will you look for Mamantilia to become your friend? No. So you have to be a better friend. For example, if you are my friend and I'm taking you for nice nyama choma, nice chicken tikka, and you're not working, you have nothing, I come to visit you, you're giving me ugali and sukuma, you must be very stupid, idiot. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yes. But, you know, I'm inviting you for my wedding, and I tell you, no, our reception is going to be at White Sands Beach Hotel. You know what I mean? Yeah. Lovely, isn't it? Yes. And we go for honeymoon in Hong Kong. You know what I mean? But if you are telling me, I'll stay with the Pomaweni, well, I see. You have to have a class, isn't it? Yes, you have to have a class. Were you born in Mawen and then you die in Mawen, and everything you do in Mawen, who said that? Is it written in the Quran? No. You have to move, isn't it? You have to grow. So be careful, eh? And then number 8, be a better sibling. If you have siblings, you know sibling? Yeah. Yeah, be a better sibling. Your little brothers and sisters must be happy. They say, you know, my sister is a medical doctor. My sister is my sister is like this. They feel very happy, don't you think so? Yes. They're very proud. I'm going to visit my sister. Where? My sister is a finance consultant in Dubai. Lovely, isn't it? My sister is a petroleum engineer in Qatar. It's good. You know, your brother feels good. I'm very proud of you. And then number 10. Number 9 or number 10? Be a better partner if you are attached. You know, like for example, like me, I say, you know, my wife is a headmistress. Yeah, good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Good. You know, if you say, my husband is a consultant. He's the general manager of Gulf Bank. You know why? I'm very proud of their husband, isn't it? But what happens if your husband is a Hamali? You don't want to tell them. Yeah. So you have to make sure you make your partner proud of you. You have to make your partner proud of you. So that when she goes to meet other ladies, she can feel good to tell them, other ladies, you know, my husband is like this. And your husband should feel proud and say, my wife is like this. My wife is like that. Sometimes when you go to nursery school, you know, those little kids are very innocent. They tell you, my mom is a teacher, my mom is a lawyer. You know, they tell you without you asking them. And those who their mothers are just nobody, they feel very sad. They keep quiet. They don't want to talk about their mother. So sometimes you have to make your children become proud in the future of you. They need to talk about you. They need to tell other people. My mom has traveled on a business trip. She's an international business. She's gone to Dubai. You want the best tile? Go to Mariam. She brings the best tile from Dubai. You want the best material for whatever? You want a gown for your wedding? Go to Fatima. Fatima brings beautiful weddings from Jeddah, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You must have an address in life, my friend. You must have an address. You must have an identity that you never got from your mother, but you struggle for it yourself. You must get that identity. An identity that you are not born with, but you struggle until you get it. And with education, that identity becomes very easy. Number 10, and we stop there, be a better parent when you get children. And becoming a better parent is when your children become very, very proud of you. And that makes really life good. I want to end with a with a shairi, and I want you to listen very, very carefully. Sema, kwa isimu ya jalali, naanza langu tamu. Hasa kwa kila hali naomba fahamu yako, na hata kama hujali, basi kwa hisani yako, elimu, tamasha kweli, usijepata majuto. Haya nitakayosema, hata kama huyapendi. Ni hiari si lazima, kwani wewe mwanageni. Ukiyasikia vema chombo chako hakivundi, utaolea daima, mwisho utakuwa fundi. Elimu ka kitu thamani, itafute kwa inadi. Nasema sisemi ninayosema kwa dhihaka na kejeli. Meamuru ni karima ili maisha tujali. Ni jukumu mesimama, kipurupusha silali. Elimu njema libasi, ukiipuza idhilali. Elimu kwetu jukumu, minawe metulazimu. Ni amri ya karimu kwetu sisi Islamu. Kuikosa ni haramu, kuwa umejidhulumu. Elimu ya adhimu, hukufanya mahashumu. Akataye kusoma daima uwepo nyuma. Akakosa na neema na radhi zake hashima. Maisha ya salama kwetu huitwa idioma. Elimu tafuta hima, itakujenga daima. Kwa mifano iko wazi, wenye macho huyaona. Watu waliona enzi sio waja wenye lana. Masomo mema malezi ayapataye mfana. Heshima huipotezi si mzee si kijana. Usiufanye upuzi, elimu ni kukazana. Alafu anasema sihadhaike kijana, maisha mema kitaka. Maovu ukiyakana, kuna wingi wa baraka. Utadumu ungwana, wa sifa utasifika. Elimu ingaopana, popote utakingika. Tumuombe dayani Mola wetu asochoka. Kwa mapenzi tusomeni, tuyaepuke mashaka. Tufaulu duniani na akhera tukifika. Elimu njema jamani, imani msingi weka. Elimu jambo murua, hakuna kubagua. Kuhimili kuugua, milango mema fungua. Kukupa njema afua, kila mtu ukujua. Elimu safari njema utakapo kukutua. Ukutoa kwenye giza, ukatanda mwangaza. Ikakupa kubwa iza, maudhi kukumbaza. Haya leo na kujuza kijana na kueleza. Elimu ni kirauni, mahali pake kitwani. Mwepushe ibilisi, sishike ya adinasi. Allahi waswisu fi suduri nasi. Sinene kesho siisi, elimu ni ufanisi. Wacha wingi wasiwasi, kalamu huandika kwenye karatasi. Muepusheni shetani, moyo upigeni konde. Elimu ina thamani, shika kitabu twenende. Harufuye asinini, utamu wake nitende. Usiwe ni mtu duni, elimu na tuipende. Uvivu tuwacheni, jitihada inalipa. Mapema tuamkeni, tusome hima kwa kupa. Tufaidi maishani, nufaika tangu hapa. Na kesho tuwe peponi, elimu hukupachapa. Mikono iko nchani, twakuomba ya manani. Na malaika mbinguni, na nyidua bukiani. Tupe moyo wa makini, tudumupo masomoni. Elimu yenye auni tujalie rahmani. Mwisho anasema roho zetu ni dhaifu na akili ni pungufu. Twakuomba ya raufu, tuepushe na hofu. Tufanye tuwe vipofu, mengine tusiyashufu. nazi ilianza dafu, na sisi tupe uongofu, elimu ni ubunifu, tufanye wazikatifu. Wabillahi tawfiq. Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.